This is the PicPak. I got this off of a Kickstarter. This particular one is the white finish, although they have them in other colors. Alright, so it folds open, and we have the display right there out of the box. It has a cute little cat picture showed on it. Alright, so in the box you get the manual, USB A to C charging cable, and the device itself. So this guy here has magnets on the back. It'll stick to anything metallic. It also has this little guy so it can stand upright. One thing it does not have is like a hanging hole or a keyhole to hang it on a nail. And there is a single button on the front here, and it's charged on the bottom with a USB-C charger. So it has a color screen that's like an e-ink screen. It basically doesn't take any power to hold the image, but it takes power to change the image. According to the manual, if you have this guy set to refresh to a new image once per day, the battery can last a full year. Now it also has built-in Wi-Fi, and they're working on software so you can subscribe to an internet feed. And if you do that, I'm sure that's going to take more power. They also say that they're going to allow direct wired data transfer. I don't know if that software is ready to go yet or not. So right now the manual says you have to install the PicPak app from the Apple Store or the Google Play Store, and then register with the app and sync over Bluetooth to the device with your phone. Now the image quality looks a little grainy. I would estimate maybe 75 to 100 dpi. It's a pretty reasonable image quality, but there is a little bit of graininess there that is visible. So it's not, you know, kind of your photo printer quality 300 dpi glossy image. All right, open the device. They say, hey, PicPak, add now. So we have to access the device's location to be able to use the Bluetooth to find the device. We have to use it to connect to and determine nearby devices. It's searching for the device, and it says long press on the PicPak device for 3 seconds to enter pairing mode. It's found it. I'm hitting connect. It's connecting. And PicPak connected, and it says sign in and connect Wi-Fi to unlock more content. So it looks like they have the Wi-Fi data sharing working. Or there's a button that says use local content for now, where you would basically just put things from your phone to this guy. So far I have not had to create an account or sign in just to get local images to the device. It says Bluetooth connected. It says my device battery is at 63%. So I picked a different picture. There's a little crop icon. So if you select that, you can move the picture around. I think it might be double pinch to zoom. So I can kind of zoom and crop this image. So I'm going to get, you know, the most interesting bit there, hit the check mark. So there's a little bit of cropping and zooming, and then you send it to the device. There it is, it's uploaded, and you can see it's starting to change out the colors, move all the pixels around. And now it is done putting that picture on the device. Alright, so this is billed as an inexpensive device. You can put pictures on and then program it to like flip through them every so often. It's doing exactly what it was sold as, so I'm relatively happy with what I've gotten so far. I have not yet explored the Wi-Fi connectivity features or any of the extra features that they've added in the software since the beginning of the Kickstarter, but I'm pretty happy with the Kickstarter delivery here of this device. Alright, so the image quality isn't bad for a low-cost device. There is some dithering going on there. The colors are not as bright and saturated as you might get with like an OLED screen. On the other hand, this guy will, you know, maintain for months and months on the little battery in there. Color rendition is not good. So for example, this little model Eiffel Tower was lit up green in the actual photograph. Here, it's the best it can do is white. So it does a good job on the red of the shirt here, but these curtains are purple. Here they kind of look like a dull burgundy with some white spots on them. Now the image that came from the factory of the cat looks very good. I suspect they chose an image and manually tuned it to look as good as it possibly could on this display. Alright, deleting an image, it just deleted, it went very quickly, so there's no time in deleting an image. So they have a firmware update available, adds Wi-Fi setup, optimized power consumption and sleep, bug fixes, stability improvement. I don't know if that's going to speed up the image change out because that took a while, but it definitely is, I got this straight from the factory with 0.3.5 and they have 1.1.11. And they say update via the web is recommended. Open the copied link on your computer for a faster firmware update. So I'm assuming you need a Chrome browser with Windows. You plug in and it does a update over a web browser to a serial port socket on this guy. I'm going to do the update via Bluetooth, which is slower, and off it goes. So it is moving the firmware across. It says keep the phone and the device near each other. Do not close the app or disconnect Bluetooth. So while the firmware is updating, there's a little white indicator light underneath that button that's flashing. You wouldn't be able to see this indicator light outside, but inside, especially when it flashes, you can definitely notice something's going on. It's not centered, however. I suspect the switch is centered, and I think the light's a little up to the upper right a little bit. And you can see here, while I've been talking, it's only gotten to 20% on the firmware update. So it's going to take a couple minutes, not horribly slow, but it's not super fast. They did say if I used a web browser, it'd be faster. All right, we're up to 99% here. So we've hit 100%. It looks like it might be rebooting. It says update completed. And now it's asking me to connect to the PicPak again. It says the device may be asleep. Long press the button for approximately 3 seconds to enable Bluetooth, then tap to reconnect. So I'm going to 1001, 1002, 1003. And it's doing some things. It says device name PicPak, waiting for pairing. So we're going to try to connect. It's found it. I can manage the images. There's my images. So I believe we have updated the firmware. Now it says Bluetooth connected. I'm at 60% battery. There's an info here, and it says auto refresh interval every 24 hours, or I can change it to something less. Minimum is every 30 minutes, and you can basically pick hourly between 30 minutes, 1 hour, and up to 24. They also have open door refresh. Refreshes screen's content dynamically when the door is opened while attached to a refrigerator. So it has a sensor where if it moves like this, it will automatically change the image. So let's try that out. I'm turning it on, device configuration saved. So if this thing's on a refrigerator, let's see if it goes like that, it updates the image and changes the image. Well, at least they know people are keeping these on their fridge doors. There's also a cloud sync, which is you can transfer photos remotely over Wi-Fi. There's also a firmware update button, and it's already up to date. So the phone app seems very simple. You can put pictures on it. You can do a cloud sync. You can enable or disable the automatic update every time your fridge door is open and closed. All right, so when I tried to enable the cloud sync, it says, hey, you have to sign up for an account to set up the Wi-Fi and manage albums remotely, enable cloud sync and firmware updates. Now it actually did let me update the firmware with kind of the guest account with no login, but it looks like for any type of remote update you need authentication. Okay, I signed in. It emailed me a code and I set up a password to make an account. And then I had to give it my Wi-Fi password, and it says it has connected this guy to the Wi-Fi, so it has cloud sync. It also has auto update firmware, and you can enable that over the cloud, so that it'll just keep the firmware up to date over Wi-Fi as long as it has Wi-Fi. So after the firmware update, it says I have a capacity of 700 photos as opposed to the original 500 with the original firmware. And it says I can upload up to 50 photos at a time. All right, it took a few minutes, but my original photos that were on the device got synced to the cloud, so now these are on the cloud. Two of them are listed as ready, which means that they're already on the device. And this guy here, it's in the cloud, it's converting, and I'm assuming it's going to move to my device over the cloud the next time my device syncs. And it just says up here, waiting to sync. Now the image changeover takes a while, so it's fine just sitting on your fridge. If you open the door, close the door again, it detects that and it starts changing, but it does take multiple seconds and there's this annoying flashing, and so I don't know if I like the change it during the door action. It might be better if it said, hey, 5 minutes after your door was opened, change this thing, where maybe somebody's not looking at it. From a charging standpoint, it does negotiate USB-C power delivery. It only takes 5 volts at 0.4 amps here, so it's charging at 2 watts. So pretty much any cable you plug into this guy is going to be able to charge it up. So at the price point, it's not bad for a inexpensive e-ink color display, kind of just shows off snapshots. It's fine. If you're a professional photographer and you're trying to show off your images perfectly, you're not going to be happy with this. But as somebody who's just trying to remind themselves of memories, it's kind of nice. It's styled similar to a Polaroid picture here, and you kind of get that do-it-yourself quality out of that.